We are back for another edition of No Rares to Mythic. We're currently Diamond 4. We're climbing our way up to Mythic, taking only commons and uncommons to show you that you do not need rares, bomb rares, mythic rares to climb to Mythic. It's about good evaluation of cards, building a cohesive deck, nice creature curve, good mana base. If you got questions about it, drop one in the comments. Let me know if you have anything in particular you're wondering about as far as building these decks, what you should be looking for, ways to get better. I'm always here to help. All right, pick one. Things that jump out to me are the Grove Strider, the Virus Beetle, maybe the Infiltrator. Grove Strider or Virus Beetle? I don't know. We'll take the Grove Strider. It's a big, bad green boy. All right, next pack. Couple options. I think the two best cards are probably Tractor Beam and Gravkill. I think Tractor Beam is slightly better. There's a lot of like static abilities that are really nice to steal with Tractor Beam. It also, yeah, I mean, I don't know. They're probably pretty close. I like green blue better than green black. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take Tractor Beam. Again, I think it's the best card. Other cards that are decent. Dual Sun of Depths is all right. Nutrient Block is good if you have other ways to sacrifice it. Bombard is so-so. Yeah. I think we'll take the Tractor Beam. All right. If it was up to me, I'd be taking the Lab Ship. But it's not up to me because I'm not allowed to take those. It's still up to me, I guess. I think the next best card after the Lab Ship is probably the Millstrider's Resolve. I really like this card. 1 mana, enchants your creature, gives them +0/+2, can't be blocked by more than a creature, and then it fights something. Really good with like Grove Strider, for example. Oh yeah, I think it's pretty clear. These are the best cards, and then maybe the Kohler, Mechanozoa. Pretty weak pack after these two. But we're gonna take the Resolve. All right, now we have another Tractor Beam. Other good cards here. If you have a deck for it, the Battle Cruiser can be okay. I like Servandum a lot in black-white, or sometimes I'll even splash for him. If I'm black-green or something. And then the Monoist is a very good black common. But for us, this is an easy second Tractor Beam. We have only uncommons so far. All right, now our options. We have Social Engineering, Germinating Worm, Lost in Space, Nebula Dragon, Prospector. Nothing like I'm super excited about. I'm probably just taking the Social Engineering. We have a bit of an enchantment theme here. Again, this is nice if you have landers. If you have like a lander turn 3, and then you play this turn 4, play a land, crack a lander. It's a really good play pattern. I'm not like committed to playing that, but I'm gonna take it. Okay, best card here I think is probably Virus Beetle. Do I want to go into black? I feel like we haven't been seeing a ton of black. Or do I just take like the Stinger as probably the best green 2-drop? I think at this point I'm just gonna take the Stinger. All right, we have Cryo Shatter, which isn't bad. Not amazing. There's just a lot of ways to deal with this is the main issue, but I think it's still going to be our pick. The Might is, I think the Might is probably best in like green-white, where you have counters and Gene Pollinators. Here, nothing really for us. Another Entropic Battle Cruiser, but we're just going to take Divert Disaster. All right, so Virus Beetle and Embrace Oblivion Wield. Maybe we should have been black. Do we just take it? Or do we take the Thawbringer and our Command Bridge? I think I'll take it. All right, we could take Burst, Pull Through the Weft, or Mono a Sentry. I really only like Pull Through the Weft in black-green. I think I'll just take the Burst. And nothing great here. A super late battle cruiser, but maybe we'll play the Colossus. I have a couple land types. I don't mind playing Colossus. And a Worm. All right, we opened another Meltstrider's Resolve, which I'm happy about. I kind of wish I had taken the Command Bridge over the Virus Beetle now. All right, other things we have in this pack. I like Sammy in Gene Pollinator decks. I like a Command Bridge. Diplomatic Relations is good. Depressurize is great removal. Night Luminaries, like the best white uncommon. I mean, common. But I think this is honestly, I think this is just the best card. So we're happy about taking it. I really like Meltstrider's Resolve with the Stinger. Just like a 2/4 Death Touch that can only be blocked by one creature is really good. All right, options for us. We have Uthros Scanship. Or we could just get like a big guy. I think the best card is definitely the Gunship, but not for us. And then second best card, I think, is the Trooper. I feel like we can pick up Crashers whenever we want. So I am just going to take the Scanship. Okay, here we have a Galactic Wayfarer, which Interceptor Mechan is probably slightly better if you're in black-red, but Wayfarer is exactly what we want. I also like the other Mechan. All right, here's a Gene Pollinator. You know how I feel about Gene Pollinators. We love them. Night Luminary, very good. I wouldn't mind having a Nebula Dragon, especially if I get some more Gene Pollinators or Lander tokens. It's just really solid top end, but I think that's a pretty easy Gene Pollinator there. Here, we have the option of Lashwhip Predator. I don't want another Use Social Engineering. Or Orbital Plunge on the Splash. I think I'm just going to take the Predator. We have a lot of removal. Double Tractor Beam, double Meltstrider's Resolve. I really like Orbital Plunge, and it's exactly what I like splashing for, but I think we're just going to take the big boy here. Okay, Station Monitor. If I had more genes, do I just take it just to try it? I really like splashing Station Monitor in a Gene Pollinator deck. Because Gene Pollinator lets you get these out on 2, but we also just have like a good 2-drop. I think I'm just going to take the Stinger. All right, we get another Stinger. Sure. Again, Stingers, I like them. I think they're pretty good, especially with the Resolve. A 2/4 Death Touch, it kills a lot when it fights. I'm never playing another Germinating Worm, but I would consider splashing a Land Seeker. Here, Mental Modulation, I like in blue-white decks, but other than that, not really. Let's take the Command Bridge. I'm open to playing this Crasher, and there's nothing else I want there. Nothing we really want. Okay, a Nebula Dragon. Again, open to playing that. Hey, this is the first time I've ever opened this card. And we're not taking it. This is like the best card in the set. Maybe second best. It's very good. And what else do we have? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I would like splash that in a heartbeat. What are we taking though? I guess Lost in Space. Another Synthesizer Lab Ship, would love that. All right, so we have the option of splashing a Grav Ship, another Stinger, a Specimen Freighter, which I think, do I just take the Specimen Freighter or the Command Bridge? think I'm going to take the specimen freighter. All right, a siege ship agrarian seems good. Also, nothing else really here for us. We could splash an invasive maneuvers. Kind of have a lot of 4-drops. I wish we had more 2-drops. We're a little light on creatures. Down low here. Maybe I should have just taken that stinger. It might come around, though. I feel like these have been going around the whole game. It's also kind of funny that the stinger is a plant scorpion. I guess scorpions aren't insects. I was going to say it's funny it's not an insect. They're arachnids. Right? Someone know that? Can we count the legs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. I don't know. Okay. I'm happy to take another Galactic Wayfarer. I really like the Seriema. Space-Time Anomaly is really fun build around if you want. But this is an easy Wayfarer. Again, we said we wanted things early in our curve. And it makes landers, so we like landers. All right, we get another Meltstrider's Resolve. There's also a Landseeker, a Bruntar, and a Diplomatic Relations. The Relations is nice because it's instant speed, but 1 mana is hard to beat. It's also nice because you can tap it with Gene. I guess I'm just taking Mouth of the Storm, and then maybe we're not splashing. I don't really want to play Worm. I don't really want to play Crasher. I will take another Stinger. Maybe we're just going all in on Stingers. Best card here is definitely the Luminary. I don't really want any of those. We're at 13 creatures, which is a little low. I guess I'll take the Sweeper. I don't know if I'm going to play it. I mean, use Social Engineering's kind of a creature. Yeah, there's that Stinger, did come back. 5 Stingers. We'll call this Stinger's Resolve. I guess right now I'm doing something like this. 12 creatures. 12 creatures is kind of low for... Oh man, I should have taken... I wasn't even thinking. I have the double tractor beam. I should have taken the Sentinel that untaps. That was definitely an oversight. What would I cut? I could cut Divert Disaster. I could cut Specimen Freighter. I could cut Cryo Shatter. Let's see, removal. We have all enchantment removal. It's kind of fun. I guess I could play the Crasher. Maybe instead of Cryo Shatter. Let's do something like this. All right, I'm down. Kind of a funky green-blue deck. But we'll see how it goes. We're playing Notorious. Notorious? I don't know why it's spelled like that. All right, we got Stinger and Resolves. We need to draw lands, but we can do stuff for a little bit. All right, we got another Stinger. We'll see if they have removal. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Do we just kill it? I think I'm down to just kill it. Start smacking them. I don't know if this is right or not, but it seems kind of fun having these 2/2/4s. I wish we had another cheap spell. That's a bit of a problem. Guess that's what we get for using our removal. Do 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 do. They're just making this thing gigantic. Da-da-da. They have a fight spell. All right, we might be losing because I didn't save my removal. Those are some big boys. All right, well, moving along. Maybe save your removal when you just have a 6 and a 7 drop. In case they play in Aurora Boride. Whatever it's called. Alright, so that was maybe on me. I mean, I think any other creature they played would have been fine. Trying to think of something in green-black. It was really just like that card was the only one that was going to be a problem. All right, we are playing the Greedy Grill. All right. We're on the draw. They've got turn 1 Curiosity, pretty good. Could have been an interesting idea to hold up Divert Disaster to counter their 4-mana play. Just a Sky Stinger. I think I'll just play my Stinger here. Bioengineered Future. And a Terra Botanist. Okay. I guess we're just passing. See what they've got here. Gain a life. Attack. Sure. A big worm. I think we just tap. And then we'll plan on cracking and maybe countering. I guess we're not countering. I mean, our guy keeps getting bigger. See if they have a counter or something. Nope. And they don't crack their lander. I guess they're waiting for it. This bioengineered future, not very good. I wouldn't play it. Just a heads up. I guess I could have held up my counter there. That was probably silly of me. Could have countered one of these. Going for the whale. We'll see what they do. They have to chump. I guess they could just do one chump and be at 1 life. If they wanted. Okay, I'll just hold up the counter here. So they can't play 9 mana worth of stuff. Alright, well. That was a better game. They just had no removal. We also didn't draw any removal, but... Alright, we are playing Jukainen. Yeah, I mean, 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. That's kind of what we're doing here, is just curving out. And then we got a big boy for later on. All right, I won't be trading because our 3-drop blocks that. Biotech specialist. Sure. Okay. All right, we need 1 more land, and then I would be cool with stopping the lands. Man, we had 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. They got 1-drop, 2-drop, 2-drop. Oh, do they have Bolt? Ardent. Okay. I think we'll just keep waiting here. No good attacks, because if we attack for their 3/3, they can block 2/1, 1/3. And then we just trade our 3/3 for their 2/1 or 1/3. Doesn't seem very good. They did have nice, perfect red, green, blue, which is pretty nice. Now this seems irresponsible to me. You have a 1-drop that's red, a blue 2-drop that's blue, and a 2-drop that's red, green. Generally, when you're splashing, you want it to be like some higher end cards. Like splashing a Mouth of the Storm, because you're more likely to get your colors by then. All right, another one. Okay, going for a land. Sure. Okay, now I will be attacking with my 4/4. I think. They're 4 colors. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, let's see what they do here. Again, this trades with 2 things. Okay, nothing. We'll play our Grove Strider. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop. We're curving right on out. This Mouth of the Storm's gonna be pretty nasty if we still have all of our creatures. Ooh, a fungal Colossus. All right. All right, let's... Again, I'm fine trading one of these off. They didn't block last time. They might just block with the Colossus or something. Ba-ba-ba-da-da. Okay. I think we're fine with that. We'll get an island. And then we'll kill... If they don't have anything, we're going to kill the Operative and the Colossus. They're at 9, and we have a Mouth of the Storm next turn. Seems very good. Okay. I feel like if I were them, I probably would have blocked with, like, the Harrier and sacrificed it or something. I don't know. But this Mouth of the Storm should be very good next turn. Leaves them with 0 good blocks. They have the Ardent. So it seems like they're green-red. Strangely splashing blue for an Operative. Let's play this Mouth of the Storm. And then I think we're just attacking. All right. That's totally fine. They have to decide if they want to chump or not. Yeah, if they were planning on chumping, I probably would have not bounced my guy and just chumped and sacked it. But that's just me. To each their own. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Da ba ba da ba 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 da ba. So I think. So I could fight the drone to hit them for 6 in the air. Or I could fight the Ardent. I think I'm gonna fight the drone. Then if they sacrifice it, they like lose. Because otherwise they get to draw a free card when they block. Which I don't love. I probably should have had the Stinger fight it, honestly. I think that would have been better. Then they wouldn't have been able to kill the Stinger with a block. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. No point with attacking with the Pollinator, because I mean, I guess maybe there's a point. Nah, they don't really have any good blocks. Litho breaking. Counter. And win. All right, sweet. All right, we are playing Pterodanctylus. That sounds like a ferocious dinosaur. All right, 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, and then maybe we can do the U-Social lander on 4. We are going to need 1 more land, and we are on the draw, but should be fine. We'll get in for 1. If we draw a 4 drop, maybe we play the 4 drop. Okay, they've got you social. Into Sammy's. Okay. Since we're not attacking, I think we go like this. Four mana. Flash Whip Predator. Okay, that's pretty nice having the bounce. I guess we'll just stick to our plan here. We can bounce their 2/2s, which is kind of nice. An interesting question of if we just play you social engineering next turn. I think I kind of like just getting it down. Start pumping out 2/2s. Especially since they're not doing anything. I think us getting the lead on the 2/2s is going to be nice. Also, like, if they take this turn off, yeah, we can hit them big here. I don't want to trade my Death Toucher, so I'll just attack with these. And then we'll get this starting up the station. All right, so now things are looking really good. Even if they, like, play Predator, I guess they could play 3 creatures. Predator, land, 3-drop would be bad. Other thing that would be bad would be, like, Litho Breaking. I find it unlikely they're playing Litho Breaking and use Social Engineering, but I think we're in a really good spot here. There's a couple things that could blow us out, but not a ton. They have really only played 3 cards, which is kind of wild. All right, they're going Wayfarer. Passing. Okay. We'll go Predator. Stinger. Fight the Wayfarer. Crew this up. And attack. Yeah, they can eat our Stinger, but they're, like, dead. If that's all they're doing, right? All right. Sweet. Yeah, when you draw a perfect curve, you can't really complain. All right, we are playing W Baker 07. Again, 1-drop, 2-drop, removal. Hand seems pretty good. We do need to draw some more lands, that's for sure. Yeah, these games so far have been a good example of, like, we've built a nice deck, but we've also been getting extremely lucky with our opening hands. Something that's often hard to notice when you're playing the game, because it feels like your deck is just doing what your deck's supposed to do. But we've had like perfect curve outs every game. No mana screw, nothing. So it is always good to note when you are on a lucky streak as far as good draws. Just playing a scrapper. All right. I think I'm just attacking. Fortunately, no 3 or 4 drop. But whatever they play, we can kill, which is nice. I think I'll just tractor beam this. It's not the worst effect to have. Now we could kill this Slagdill Scrapper, but to get a couple extra points of damage in, but I want to save this because we did get beat pretty bad by getting rid of all of our removal. Looks like they might have removal. Okay, that would have been a good reason to melt Striders. Alright. Guess we're just playing and passing. Next turn we get to Mouth of the Storm, because we can tap our Tractor Beam. Agrarian. Alright. I do want to kill that. And I would like to stop drawing lands, no? I think it should be hard. Green-red should have a hard time killing a 6/6 Ward 2 when they're stuck on mana. Like Plunge, you need more mana for. They are going to bombard. Okay. All right, let's go Stinger. Let's give that Death Touch. I'm gonna Melt Strider on the Stinger. It just makes it harder to deal with. And I'm not really losing out on anything. All right, got him. See, again, that wasn't really our deck so much as we got pretty lucky that game. They got stuck on mana and didn't really seem to have ways to deal with our stuff. I mean, we played a turn 6 Mouth of the Storm, but them being stuck on mana made it really tough for them to deal with. All right, we're playing Freddy for TW. We're on the draw. We've got 2-drop, 4-drop removal. We can't play the removal yet, but I think that seems fine. I don't think there's any reason to mulligan this. Not the best hand we could have, but not bad. What are we thinking, Freddy? Our deck is like uncommons plus stingers. We have a lot of uncommons. All right, we're keeping. They are keeping. They seem to be thinking about it for a while, which is interesting. Decline. We'll play our Stinger to block their 4/3. Perfect mana. We'll see if they use removal here. Luckily, we also have our Wayfarer, which blocks the Intimidator, which is nice. But yeah, I will block your 2-drop with my 2-drop. Hey! Genie boy. All right, it's a big boy. Ooh, what are you thinking over there? So I could seed ship, but I think I'm going to crack my lander and maybe counter something. Is my current plan here. I want another blue source so I can tractor beam. Possibility technician. You got it. Gotta land. Hitting us for 5. All right. Counter that. We'll get our blue. I think we're gonna do this. Probably just take 5 here. Another forest. Sure. They're looking at their graveyard, which is interesting. I don't know what they're splashing blue for. Maybe something big like Mouth of the Storm. They seem to be mostly red-green. They have 3 mana available. Terrabotanist. Gain a life. Attack for 5. Pass the turn. I think I'm just attacking here. Our 3/3 plays pretty good defense. We can hold up Biosynthetic Burst. Perfect. They can start crewing. I guess I should have done this first. All right, well, we're gonna hope we don't die next turn. We have 1 blocker. And this still needs 4 to crew it. And they need 7 plus 3 more. So we'll see what they do. They have 7 mana available to them with the Pollinator. And then we have double bounce on our turn, which is very nice. So it's going to be hard for them because they want to pressure and kill us. All right, they are splashing black and blue. Getting back Intimidator. I'm going to give them landers, because I don't want them to be able to crew this with just 1 creature. I want them to have to tap 2 things to crew. Again, we have our double bounce. Okay, perfect. All right, got him. Nice. Da-da. And just like that, we're Diamond 3. You love to see it. This deck reminds me of like the early days of the format. I feel like people are starting to move away from green again. So you can get these kind of green, good curve out decks, which are nice. All right, we're playing Mazza 17. Kind of a questionable hand. If we get to 3 lands, I think it's good enough. And we are on the draw. The only reason I kept this really was being on the draw. No, you may not have a lander. Okay, we are gonna get smacked here. We are at a risk of them playing something here. And then, like, if they have removal for this Wayfarer, could be an issue. I think I'm fine blocking. All right. Probably taking some damage here. Again, we'll hope they don't have removal. All right, that's fine. That's like super weird. I think we kill the Gigastorm. And then I think we're staying back on defense this turn. Maybe I should have killed the Tanic. Yeah, something like this having haste isn't good for us. Maybe it was better to kill that. All right, but we do get another blue. I think we're just dropping Mouth of the Storm here. And then we kind of have to pass. Because they can pump the Landseeker with the Mechan, because they have 7 mana. And then they could hit us for 5, which would bring us to 2, which I don't think we want. See what they're working with here. 7 mana. So we could Tractor Beam something. We could double bounce. We could use Social Engineering just to get some 2-drops. I think if I draw a land, I might use Social, play land, attack, crack lander. Harrier. Okay. All right, so let's do this. Okay, I could have cracked it to hit him for another point of damage. This is a little scary because everything they play has haste. Pain for all. All right, that's pretty good. That's gonna kill us. Yeah, we can't block it. All right, so I think our main mistake there was we should have killed Tanic instead of the Gigastorm. The Gigastorm wasn't doing anything to us, but having that hasty guy ended up killing us. So, something to learn there. Again, just spending a little more time thinking about our plays would have helped out a lot there. But we rushed into it a bit, and we paid the price. All right, we're playing the Aeon's Thorn. It's a cute name. I don't think we can keep this. Our first mulligan. This seems okay. Not amazing, but I think I'm probably gonna get rid of the scan chip. I think I just want to keep our removal and our counter. I don't know. Maybe I should keep... Da, 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 da. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of it. Da, 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 da. All right, game, we need some lands. This is a stomping ground, okay? All right, maybe we should counter their 4-drop they're about to play, but I figure Resolve should be able to kill it. Unless it's Orbital Plunge. That'd be kind of sad. Da, 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 da. I'd like to draw 1 land next turn. So we could Disaster, hold up Disaster and Cracker Lander. If they play a 4-drop, I'll probably Resolve, hold up Disaster, / Lander. Looks like they're going for... All right, Wayfarer. Solid. All right, since I only have 3 mana, I will be doing this. And then we'll pass. Da, 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 da. 5 mana. Another Galactic Wayfarer. All right, let's go get a forest. This can only be blocked by 1 creature, so I mean, I would still have good attacks regardless, I guess. Play our Grove Strider. They're probably going to play some like crazy 7-drop here, but we should be able to steal it if they play something super crazy. Pain for all. And... Okay, that's fine. All right, we'll take the 5, but now we have a Grove Strider that should be hard to deal with. Especially considering they just wasted 2 removal spells. Debris Field Crusher. Sure. Looks like they just had a lot of awkward removal. Da, 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 da. Okay. Hit you for 6. Pass the turn. Yeah, they had all this deal 3 stuff, so they couldn't kill our guy. Do I just take control of this and go for the win? I guess so. I don't know what... Yeah, I don't think there's anything at instant speed in green-red that would save them from that. All right, we are playing 4-6-6-5 Jashind. Jashind? I don't know. On the draw, 4-drop, 4-drop, 6-drop. So I like our colors. I think we have to mulligan. Oh. All right, we're going down to 5. Maybe we should have kept the first. All right, we need some lands. I like that we have Stinger plus Resolve. All right, well. I need a land. Give me land, land. Land, land, please. Okay. Let's kill that. And now next turn we could kill the Intimidator. All right, I think we play the Wayfarer. Pass. Next turn, if we don't draw a land, we can crack and resolve. Dubious Delicacy. That's a good card. I'm kind of interested that they're not attacking. Six mana. Nothing. Okay. Do I go for the Melt Striders? I think I'm down. Okay. We'll have to hope they don't have something to make me discard here. Get another forest. Wonder if I should have made this a 4/6. That's a good card. I like drawing the Stinger. Give something Death Touch. See if they have removal. They have a ton of cards. Yeah, looks like they're sacking the Delicacy to kill our Predator. I'm gonna go no blocks. I don't really like that attack. They must have something. Okay, that's what it was. Yikes. It's a good draw. Land Seeker. Land. Divert, Disaster. Probably not going to do much anymore. Are we racing them? I guess so. Well, that was nice. All right, now we're definitely racing them. Moxite to Discard a land. They've drawn a lot of lands. Scrapper. Another land. It's a lot of lands. Yes, sir. All right, well, we might as well play our lands because it makes our guy bigger. All right, they're at 6. They get a 2/2. Oh, they're not getting the 2/2. Interesting. They should have sacrificed their Moxite there to get a 2/2. All right, I think they misplayed quite a bit there, but we'll take it. Mold a 5. I think they were probably getting a little flustered. Sweet. Yeah, that counter came in clutch. We got the 7 wins up to Diamond 3. Yeah, I mean, deck had a lot of uncommons. So we had 5 pieces of removal, the disaster and the burst, and then it was really just 5 stingers and big stuff. A little bit of card draw. This was kind of a 2-drop. We got to use social engineering. I think did pretty well 2 games. Yeah, I mean, just kind of like your most basic green, blue, kind of mid-rangey removal, play creatures, kill them. Sweet. If you're enjoying it, like, comment, subscribe. What's up? Catch you for the next one.